Welcome, Delvers, to another edition of Delving the Deep Dark. Today we're playing something very different from Doom. It's a vampire survivor-like and called Archons. The twist is that I'm controlling both of these characters, one with the left stick and one with the right stick, and that's actually the first time I've ever crossed them, so apparently the camera makes sure that you know what's left and what's right. Now, I have played 2 sessions. I died quickly, or 2 runs, not 2 sessions, 2 runs. Died quickly both times. I am still very much catching up with what's going on, but because I didn't want to have no idea of what I was doing. But this is the first time I earned enough to earn an unlock, which I guess will make us a little more powerful. So I thought, you know what? Let's go ahead and start streaming the game so that you all can learn alongside me. So with these, this is the rogue light aspect of this that's also present in Vampire Survivors. Spend soul on abilities marked question mark here. This will unlock new upgrades and abilities. Okay, so I have damage, deadly, slash, grenade, size, bleed. I have size, increases the size of the ability. I have not gotten that one yet. I used the rifle quite a bit. So this is on trigger pull, so that's a lot more active than I remember anything in Vampire Survivors being. Not that I'm a Vampire Survivors expert. I played it for, you know, a little while. I got the Castlevania DLC and really did enjoy seeing all those classic monsters. But so you have to, when you become invulnerable, it's not a passive shield constantly. You have to hit the bumpers, and it only turns on the one for the character whose bumper you hit. So left bumper, left character, right bumper, right character. Okay, new upgrade and unlockable abilities added. Okay, so that, now that we've unlocked all of Tier 1, we have unlocked Tier 2, so fence, static beam fence between the heroes. That'll be nice. Deals damage to all enemies passing through. Right now we've got Saw Blade is our primary thing, and it goes flying back and forth, this thing. So now we have Tier 2, which gives us fragile, so these are, the top row appears to be the attacks. The bottom row is stats on the attacks. So I was adding bleed a lot, but now we'll have deadly. We had deadly before, actually. Boom. Okay, so looks good. We're, I guess, a little bit stronger. Let's do it. Let's do the dang thing. Okay, so do I want to do ability Saw Blade or ability Hammer? I want to do Hammer just because I haven't seen it yet. Yeah, so that is a slower than the Saw Blade. It does, however, it fills an area, which is different from the Saw Blade, where you've got to worry, and it's trickier than it seems. You have to make sure that you're getting the enemies in an exact line. So we've got 2 hammers here. Before, I guess we had 2, but we were so close together that we didn't. Okay, yeah. Size matters. So before, I guess when they overlapped, it just made one. It just makes one if you're close enough that it really overlaps. But then at some point of distance, you split. Now you can see the problem that if you need to evade by running inside, you can end up with the hammer falling on the opposite side of whatever is chasing you. I have never liked critical damage and like the crit chance on 7 instead of 5, it's just like... I don't know. I need to force myself to play with that and see if it makes a big difference in any given run. Because, okay, one thing I'm noticing about that is because I'm liking to stay closer together. Okay, this slash is good. Thunderbolt was good, but it hits a random enemy. This hits everything next to the heroes, and as the way that I maneuver is not expert, things are next to me way too often. And it keeps that effect from happening where, like, the hammer only falls in the middle, but the sword slash hits everything in a circle around you. So even if you're on the wrong side, dang it, you only have 3 hits until you die, which is pretty brutal until you pick up more health. Okay, so here we go. When I see damage coming in now, I need to remember to hit the bumper. Okay, I'm going with that because anything that I can do that is automatic instead of triggered by me pushing the button when I'm concentrating so hard on just running around is a good thing in my book. So we have 1 health left. Yeah, let's do that. Ah, died. Flew too close to the sun. Just shy of... It looked like earning an upgrade. These Archons are kind of awesome. They seem like real jerks. I don't know. Is that just me? Crystal shop unlocked. Do I have any... Okay, I have 5 crystals. Awesome. Definitely going to want health. Crit chance. Okay, so this, if you stack this up, you could make crits much more viable. Increases the chance for crystal crab to spawn during a run. Shield time. Okay, so I'm going to go for... What's this? Ah, I see. I can switch back and forth between the stores. They each have their own currency. Okay, let's focus on this. We're going to buy health. And we're going to get pickup range. I just find that so useful because I die way too often trying to pick stuff up. Okay, can we... Is it possible to increase the power of an existing thing? No, I can't buy slash a second time. A spark that fires at nearby enemies, whirlwind moving randomly around the level and shoots out impalers around the hero. Strong short blast dealing damage in a frontal cone. Ooh, I really prefer to run away from stuff. Dash forward a short distance. During dash, the heroes are immune to damage. That is really useful. That's high up there, but I think I'm gonna either Spark or Impaler, I think. Alright, let's go to it. This game so far is, just in the short time I've played it, I can feel myself getting really addicted to it. I like that. I like the hammer a lot more than the saw blade. I should show you the saw blade, but I'm not gonna yet. I can tell that though that unlike the skill ceiling is higher than Vampire Survivors. As you get more accustomed to controlling two characters at the same time, like as your brain rewires itself, I can see you getting much better at this. There's certainly what is also like a skill ceiling to Vampire Survivors. It's just I don't think it's as high because it's just not as awkward. We're kind of used to the dual stick running, you know. Now, if I can just use the tactical protection when I need it. Oh, the static fence beam. It gives me both at the same time. I've been wanting this. Oh man, that changes the game so much. So that incentivizes you to run or like keep a little bit of distance, because the more distance you've got, the bigger that fence is. But is very distracting. I should pick the rifle because it's not like you have to aim it, you just have to remember to hit the button. Ooh, I got a crystal. Or two. Okay, we're doing a crit. Something I swore I'd never do. If I remember correctly. Gotta get those crystals, those are worth a lot. When they get, I have a very wide screen. In fact, I probably should limit that because you guys are gonna not see some of the action if I'm not careful, but I can very easily lose track of the character. Like I need to sit back in my seat to try to make sure. Can I get that crystal? Oh. Okay, we gotta take care of this guy. Those little enemies are too slow. Reduce enemy movement speed. Yes, absolutely. Sounds related to what I was just complaining about, but actually isn't. I was complaining about how the enemies aren't fast enough to actually walk through the fence. And stay farther apart. Oh, that's working out. Working out, not working out. Uh-oh. I don't like this. I'm rolling on 1 health and not recharging my shield as quickly as I am estimating. Ooh, yeah, that was gonna get me. Hey, there we go. The Eternal Rift is active, a good place to practice. To practice. So let's check it out. Like, I want all of my work to count. This thing about these games, they make you feel like you're working. Face the Rift's Echo Archons, endless number of enemies to really test your skills. Survive for glory. Okay, well, since this is just for practice, I'll show you the saw blade in here. I bet you still earn stuff. It's the issue is timing. Let's see. You see how much worse this is? Okay, that's something. Ugh. The problem is the farther away you get from each other, the slower that blade goes back and forth. Yeah, that looks good. I like the very explicit boundaries of this. I wish that the actual game had that. I would love to earn something that right now, an attack that worked when it was not, when we were not on opposite sides of an enemy. Ugh. This is not good. Okay, I'll show you a rifle. The thing about rifle is you gotta slow down to do it. It would be, I would kind of like it, even though it would remove control, if the rifle just shot at the closest enemy instead of in the general direction of where you're aiming. Like the enemy closest to the enemy that you're running in, rather. Like a stop, turn around. I know it seems like I should get protection, but it's just, I'm just don't think that I'm good enough at paying attention to when I'm about to get hit. Ooh, that was really close. We're on the last hit point. So far, I'm not wild about these monsters. I like the Castlevania humanoid monsters in the Vampire Survivors Castlevania DLC, but a lot better. But I'm sure that once I'm not fighting cockroaches and the smallest, weakest enemies that they have in the game, that they'll get more impressive. I don't think the boar is a step in the right direction, though. Alright. That was pretty sad. Of course, increasing all damage is that's always useful. Increasing the number of options for pickup or for upgrade. Oh, that sounds really good. Yeah, we gotta go for that. And awesome, we have exactly the amount of crystals needed to pick something else to upgrade. I've always found that getting the right upgrades is the most important thing. Quick step, I think, is going to be more useful to me than the shields. I don't know why I think that, but definitely going with the hammer. You saw how sad that was. Okay, so there's our little health thing. We just need to try to make sure we don't destroy it until, you know, we actually need it. Which could be trickier than it seems. The other thing about destroying a random enemy is that they can be at any distance, which is bad. Oh, look at that, already hurt, already damaged. Got a crystal on that one. Everyone wanted to try the impaler. Yes. Jeez. Okay, so we gotta go bust our crystal. Or our health device. Okay, so good to know. Pre-damage it if you expect to need it. Oh my god. That was pretty sad. I don't know what retry does versus continue. Do I keep my stuff and just not go shopping? Well, I tried it out, so... Okay, I gotta go for the health because it's rare. Okay, guys. Okay. So that round was much better. That was a great balance of abilities. I can see this being... Like, I liked Vampire Survivor, but at a certain point it just felt a little bit shallow. This, with that, just with that little bit of tactical, physical tactical aspect of keeping the enemies between you and trying to keep track of both of them, and the benefits of staying apart versus the benefits of staying together versus the difficulties of both of those things, makes a big difference. This is a super fun game. I got it for like $2.50, I think. So I'm going to go ahead and call it quits here. I will definitely be playing this, streaming this again, though. So look out for that. And I think this is on sale right now. Grab it. If you like Vampire Survivors at all, like, this is the evolution. I think it came out in December 2024, so it's not like it's new or something. But I think it's a little bit indie enough to fly under the radar for a lot of people. Okay, I'll see you next time.